Hello, I'm Scott and you're watching Your Experience Guide, and this is my best of 2023 video. In this video, I'm going to be looking at the best new to me roller coasters in 2023, the best theme parks I visited, the best coaster trips I went on, the best water park, and a few other things that I consider to be the best of 2023. So the only place to start is the best new to me roller coasters of 2023. Now I have put this into a top 3 because there was 3 real standout roller coasters that I went on for the first time this year. I have to say my new roller coaster count in 2023 was nowhere near as big as it was in 2022. I only added 22 new to me roller coasters to my coaster count this year, taking my coaster count up to an agonising 498. Now it would have been over 500, but there was 2 trips this year that were just bad luck trips in terms of ride closures or massive queue lines, and that was Gröna Lund in Sweden. We were only there for the day, we couldn't be there for the full park hours, and it just so happened to be the same day that Zara Larsson was doing a concert in that park. So as you can imagine, it was full of locals, it was rammed, and yeah, it was a great day in that park, but we really struggled to get everything done. So that is a park I would definitely like to go back to, and that park definitely cost me 500 on the coaster count in 2023. But there was a similar trip to Emerald Park, formerly Tato Park in Ireland, where we got there thinking it'd be a nice quiet day. It was anything but. There was 1-2 hour queues for everything. So again, missed out on a couple of the new to me coasters. So it is what it is. I'll definitely get 500 on my coaster count next year, no doubt about it. Anyway, the best new coasters for me in 2023. In third place, I have got Monster, the B&M inverted roller coaster at Gröna Lund. Now, on paper, this doesn't look like the most impressive B&M invert. It's not the tallest, it's not the fastest, but given the location of it, right next to a big lake or river, it's tied into a very, very tightly compact amusement park. When they announced they were building it, it was one of those where even people in the industry were going, how on earth are they doing this? So once they've done it, it looked incredible, and to finally get on it was great. It really did sort of surprise me how good it was. It was a proper old school B&M invert, and I really, really enjoyed it. Here's the POV. So in second place of this category is Tatis at Park Asterix. Went on this roller coaster on its opening day in April over Easter weekend, and let me say, it was an incredible trip to Park Asterix. We really, really enjoyed it as a group. One of the best trips I've ever done. One of the ones I've really, really enjoyed. Well, I could say that about a lot of trips this year, but I'll get to them later on. Tatis, incredible new roller coaster from Intamin. Forwards, backwards, forwards launches, airtime, inversions, just a brilliant, brilliant coaster, and the type of thing that we are craving in the UK in terms of new coasters. It would be one of the best coasters we would have in this country. So for me, Tatis, incredible roller coaster, and if I can, I will definitely be getting out to Park Asterix at some point next year to do it again, because it is just incredible. Throughout the construction of Batman Gotham City Escape, I was absolutely buzzing about this roller coaster. Firstly, it's an Intamin. Secondly, it's a launch coaster. Thirdly, it's a Batman themed launch coaster. 3 things that I just knew that I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to like this. So that helped, definitely. And then when I started to see the construction of it, realising that it's going to, what I thought was going to ride like Velocicoaster at Universal Islands of Adventure, I was really, really hyped. And then last year, me and Becca went out to Park Warner. We saw the construction of this new coaster and we're looking at it going, yeah, this is going to be impressive. It's going to ride like Velocicoaster and it's going to be Europe's best coaster. And then we get to the testing videos and the pacing is completely different to Velocicoaster. And I'm looking at it going, it's too slow. It's going through the elements too slow. The pacing's off. I'm not going to like this roller coaster. But then eventually getting out there on its opening day and just seeing it test, and it's like, I don't know. I still don't know. Am I going to like this? Am I not going to like it? The launches look good. The airtime looks good. But is it too slow over the top hat? Is it too slow through the 0G stall? And it's like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. And then when I finally got to do it for the first time, I was blown away by how good it is. It is an absolutely incredible roller coaster. The pacing is perfect when you're on the ride. The airtime is perfect. The hang time is perfect. The launches are good for what they need to be. The trains are comfortable, spacious. It is the perfect roller coaster for Park Warner, and for me, it is the perfect roller coaster for Europe. I really, really, really like that roller coaster. Right now, I'd probably put it second or third in my overall top 10 of coasters. It is absolutely fantastic. I can't say that I've been on every roller coaster in Europe because that would be a mission. However, for me right now, in terms of the coasters that I have been on, Batman Gotham City Escape is by far the best roller coaster that I've been on in Europe. That could change in 2024. Let's see. But right now, sitting here in December 2023, I rank Batman Gotham City Escape as the best roller coaster in Europe that I've done to date. Now, for more about that roller coaster, I will put a card in the top of the screen. Is it that side or is it that side? I don't actually know. But I'll put it in the top of the screen and it will link to a full review about this roller coaster. Moving on to best theme parks of 2023. This is not going to be a new to me category because a lot of the theme parks that I went to in 2023 were actually parks that I'd previously been to, but most of them were putting new coasters in, or they were just parks I really wanted to get back to. So in third place of the top 3 theme parks I visited in 2023 is Park Asterix. It comes in at third place because of the ride offering, the excellent operations that we saw when we were there, and overall it is a clean, tidy theme park, very well presented. Like I say, good rides, good operations, and overall a really enjoyable park to visit. In second place, I shouldn't really count this as a theme park because it's more of an amusement park, but it kind of covers all of them, this does. I'm going with Leesburg. Now, it just misses out on first place. The thing with Leesburg is, I think it is an absolutely stunning amusement park. It has great rides, mostly great operations, great people working there, and overall, it's just a fantastic time when you go to Leesburg. Always have a great time. I had 2 trips there in 2023. Firstly, in April, for the opening of the new roller coaster, new area, which is Luna, the new roller coaster. And then secondly, for our event in June, which is one of the best trips I've ever had. So I absolutely love going to Leesburg. It was so good to be back there in 2023. Now, in first place, I've got Europa Park. Now, I said this in our vlog in November. I don't think Europa Park's roller coaster offering is the best. It's nowhere near the best. However, in terms of the overall theme park package, I think Europa Park absolutely nail it. They've got a great selection of overall rides, including coasters, water rides, dark rides, flat rides. Their overall ride sort of package is excellent. Then you've got the theming that goes with it. Then you've got the incredible ride operations on every single attraction in the park. Out of this world how good they are at operating their rides. They are the benchmark. They are the best at it, no doubt about it. And then you've just got things like good catering options, good shows. It's overall a fantastic theme park experience, and it's somewhere that I think a lot of people are going to be going next year when Voltron opens. And overall, they always get it right, so I'm sure it'll be a very good coaster addition to their park. Before I do move on from theme parks, you might be wondering, where's Portaventura and where's Park Warner Madrid? You always talk about them. Well, for me, as good as they are, and they probably rank above the other parks I've mentioned in terms of where I'd rank them as favourites, in terms of how they're operated, they're not a patch on the 3 parks I've just mentioned, because both Portaventura and Park Warner Madrid are operated really badly compared to like Europa Park, Park Asterix, Leesburg. So As much as I love going to those parks and as much as I really like the rides there, for me, they've got a lot of improving to do when it comes to both ride operations and catering. So that's why they don't come into the top 3. Moving on, I'm going to take a look at the best 3 coaster trips I did in 2023. And in third place for this is the trip to Park Warner Madrid for the opening of Batman Gotham City Escape. Of course, earlier on in this video, I mentioned how hyped I was about Batman Gotham City Escape opening in 2023. So to be invited to attend the pre-launch for that, it was just an incredible opportunity and something that I will always be grateful to Park Warner Madrid and Park Reunidos for inviting me on behalf of this channel to attend the opening of a roller coaster that I was seriously hyped about. And it just, as soon as that invite came through, it sent the hype levels way off the chart. I was just like, yes, I am so excited to do this coaster and I'm going to get to do it early as well. So I was just like, I don't care how much it costs, I have to be there. As well as being able to do the pre-launch event for Batman Gotham City Escape, the marketing manager from Park Reunidos actually said to me and Sean Evans from Lift Hills and Frills, you're invited to come and spend the whole day at Park Warner. Once me and Sean knew that we'd both been invited to the same thing, it was like it made sense to travel together. It's quite funny when we look back on that trip because me and Sean both admit that we were way out of our comfort zone travelling with someone that we'd never travelled with before. But it made perfect sense and it was a great trip. Sean was great company throughout. We drove to Gatwick in the early hours of the morning. We got a 6 o'clock flight to Madrid, 7 o'clock flight, something like that. Got to the park for opening, full day at Park Warner, then on to the preview event, and then drove back to the airport, waited in an airport lounge for another early flight, and then went straight to Chessington for the opening of World of Jumanji. So Sean was great company on that trip, and it was just overall a fantastic, what was basically a day trip to Madrid for the opening of Batman Gotham City Escape. Choosing a first and second place for the rest of this category is actually really difficult because these 2 trips that I'm going to talk about were equally as good as each other. But I think in second place, it's going to be the recent Spain trip to Portaventura and Park Warner Madrid. It was a Your Experience Guide group trip where we started off at Portaventura and eventually moved on to Park Warner Madrid. Now both parks were excellent whilst we were there. We had Fast Pass one of the days at Portaventura and Park Warner was a lot quieter than I expected. The first day there was a couple of queues there, but on the second day the park was just totally empty and everything was on like 5-10 minute queues. Even Gotham City Escape barely went over 25 minutes. So it was a great day to be in the park. The weather wasn't too bad. It was cold, but it was dry, and that was the main thing, really. It was such a good 4 days. I really enjoyed it in Salou, where even after we'd finished at Portaventura, people were going out and having meals together and spending the night together watching football, and then we just sat chatting about the parks, and then the next day, again, we're all in the park together. Okay, we didn't stay together all day, but there was times where we did group takeovers in both parks, whether it be on the Rapids, Gotham City Escape. It was incredible and one of my favourite trips, including going back to when we were Pleasure Beach Experience. I'm really glad we went ahead with that trip and I really did enjoy it overall. Taking the top spot in this category is the Leesburg event with Your Experience Guide, June 2023. Again, an incredible group event trip that I knew it'd be a good trip because Leesburg are always incredible roller coaster enthusiast groups. It was the 3rd time we'd had an event there, so I knew that the park would look after us. I was, it's one of those things where you just know that it's going to be a great day before you get there. But even when we got there, it was better than I could have imagined. Leesburg and Pontus especially were incredible with us all day. We started off with a bit of a talk from Pontus telling us about the history of Leesburg, telling us about Boulder, the coaster we were going to have an ERT on, telling us about their brand new Grand Carosa Hotel. Then we did the signing on Boulder where people got to sign their names on the wooden coaster structure. And then that was followed up with an ERT session on Boulder for an hour, which is an incredible way to start a day at Leesburg. Following on from the ERT, exclusive ride time on Boulder, it was then free time on Park, but we arranged a group takeover of the log flume, which Leesburg got involved with, because we told Pontus, our group organiser from Leesburg, about kind of our tradition with log flumes. We always do a takeover, we always get soaked, we always have a big boat, so to speak. But with the rumours and probably confirmation that Leesburg's log flume is going to be going soon, Leesburg got involved, and when we were there, a lot of people who either are management or just work at the park came to watch our log flume takeover, and there was just fits of laughter, and this is why.
We are going to need a punt. Here we go. Hey, oh, we've stopped.
Robbie wouldn't take.
Oh, we're leading already. Oh, leading.
Oh no.
Yeah, so this log flume has 2 drops, one after the other, and we are leaning again.
Oh no.
Oh dear. This. Whoa, we're leading. This is going to be interesting. Here we go! Here we go! Oh, dear me.
That was an incredible log flume takeover. I don't think I've ever got that soaked on a log flume before. I don't think I've ever laughed so much on a ride before. It was just so funny, so much fun, and just to see various staff members from Leesburg who'd come to watch it absolutely laughing their heads off at how much we got soaked, and the fact that then they had to take that log flume boat off to take the water out of the bottom of it because we'd flooded it, which was obviously not intentional. Luckily, the park found that quite funny. They just could not believe how soaked we'd managed to get off of one ride round on the log flume. So just as a little recap, number 1, Leesburg with your experience guide. Number 2, Portaventura and Park Warner with your experience guide. And then number 3, the opening of Batman Gotham City Escape, Park Warner with Sean from Lift Hills and Frills. In 2023, I only went to one water park, and that was Siam Park, Tenerife. So that is automatically taking the best water park of 2023 spot for me. Always a great place to go, always a laugh with Mike. We had such a laugh when we were there. Whilst we were in Tenerife, we also went out and watched the football. We ended up, on the Friday before we went to Siam Park, we actually thought, oh, we'll just go and watch. Chelsea and Fulham were on. And we were a little bit bored in the hotel because we both got our own rooms. And I was just working away on post scheduling for Your Experience Guide Facebook, and Mike dropped me a message, I'm going to go and watch Chelsea Fulham. I was like, Joe, I'll come with you. It sounds boring, but I'll come and have a watch anyway. And we were sat in this bar, just me, Mike, and a couple of other Brits. All of a sudden, about 30, 40 people, all in like their early 30s, probably, same age as me and Mike, all turned up. They were on a big party, and it was like, wow, this place just livened up, and it ended up being an incredible night with a load of strangers that we'd never met before. But then on to Siam Park, where I hoped that Mike would fall off his rubber ring at least once or twice. It didn't happen. However, we were clumsy throughout that vlog, and it's another one that I'm going to link somewhere on the top of the screen, because if you haven't already, I think it's worth checking out for a laugh, because me and Mike are just daft and clumsy throughout that vlog. So that just leaves me to talk about one more thing now, and that is my most anticipated roller coasters that are new to me in 2024. Now, I'm not going to do this as like a first place, second place, third place. I'm just going to talk about 3 roller coasters in particular. And the first one to mention is Top Thrill 2, which is the refurbished and reimagined Top Thrill Dragster at Cedar Point.
Experience the excitement, the speed, the adrenaline, of high-performance racing on an all-new vertical speedway. Introducing Top Thrill 2, the world's tallest and fastest triple-launch stratocoaster. Buckle in and smoke the competition on this extreme motorsport machine. Launch 3 times at speeds reaching 120 miles per hour. Drive the sky at 420 feet. Pump the brakes, cross the finish line. Take that victory lap. Get revved up on Top Thrill 2, coming to Cedar Point, 2024.
I'm under absolutely no illusions that it's not going to be like Top Thrill Dragster. The launch is not going to be as impressive. It's not going to be as forceful. However, it still has lap bars. The new changes they've done to it, forwards, backwards, forwards launches, with a rollback, with the spike. I'm certain it is going to be an incredible experience in its own right. And as long as we don't all go there trying to compare it to the original Top Thrill Dragster, I think people will enjoy it for what it is, rather than thinking about what it used to be. With that though, I am of course very much looking forward to getting back to Cedar Point, one of the best amusement parks in the world. They've got the incredible Magnum XL 200, which I always really enjoy, and I cannot wait to get back there. A very obvious, most anticipated roller coaster of 2024 is Hyperia, opening at Fort Park sometime in spring 2024. It will of course dethrone the big one as the UK's tallest roller coaster. About time that happened really. It looks incredible from what I've seen so far. The updates that Fort Park are putting out are top notch. They really are doing a fantastic job with the updates, and I hope that that continues right through to the ride's opening day. And the last one is a roller coaster that I've been meaning to do for like the last 5 years, and that is Tiger at Linnanmäki in Finland. It looks like an absolutely incredible Intamin launch coaster. It looks like it's packed with good hang time and good airtime moments, and it's something that I'm finally going to be doing in 2024, and I cannot wait to finally do it. This video's gone on a lot longer than I was expecting it to, so hopefully you're still here and not too bored by this point. Let me know in the comment section below what your favourite new to you roller coaster has been this year, what your favourite theme parks in 2023 have been, and your other favourite things about the 2023 theme park season. Please do let me know in the comment section below. This is of course the last video on your experience guide in 2023. If you could hit that like button, the little thumbs up below, that would be a massive help and a good end to the year. Many thanks for watching, and I'll see you in 2024.